A drama-filled weekend for the WNBA. We were talking about this at the end of last hour with what happened on Saturday. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball floor.
Reflecting back on Caitlin Clark's rookie season, I have honestly never seen a company fumble the bag so hard like the WNBA fumbled.
The fact that Caitlin Clark is being criticized for breaking records is unbelievable. You read that correctly. Alyssa Thomas's single-season assist record was recently surpassed by the rookie sensation. However, instead of being praised, Clark was jeered. What's happening? Let's examine the situation that has the WNBA in a frenzy and explore why Clark's success has angered certain individuals.
Indiana Fever's season ending last night, it was such a bittersweet end to a phenomenal rookie season that Caitlin Clark had, and it honestly got me to just reflecting on this season. And it sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity and so many mishaps that the WNBA had throughout the...
Consider this. With each pass she makes on the court, Clark breaks records. But instead of receiving a round of applause, she faces boos. Isn't it like watching a movie where the protagonist is criticized for saving the day?
Spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark, but a member of the Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU, and she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin.
We're going to clarify that this story is about more than just basketball skills. Not everyone is ready for the transition, but we are discussing the full integration of the WNBA. Perhaps you're wondering why someone would boo someone for doing a fantastic job.
That Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans have been spreading entire season, and here is what she had. A lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments like I have from the Indiana Fever fan base. It's unacceptable, honestly. There's no place for it. We come to play basketball for our job, and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's the Fever checking their fans or this league checking them.
The future of women's basketball is at stake here, not just a single player or record. Are you ready for Rabbit Hole's next move? It's going to get pretty interesting, I assure you.
We're seeing with these players who are coming out and speaking out against Caitlin Clark fans, Fever fans. I've covered it multiple times on this show. Angel Reese has said things. The co-owner of the Atlanta Dream has said things. Cheryl Swoops have said things. Dejanay Carrington have said things. A lot of people have called out Caitlin Clark fans and Fever fans and said that they are nasty and all that they do is spread hate, but all of them are focusing on what is going on social media. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we cannot control what people say on social media when they are hiding behind.
Hold on tight, because we're about to explain why Clark's rapid rise is making the WNBA shudder. Why does the fact that a rookie was able to boost her team's attendance from 1,800 to an astounding 177,000 make some people so uneasy?
The Fever head coach, the WNBA commissioner, and the WNBA PA, and multiple other people within the WNBA have all come out and said that they are against hate, they are against racism, they have denounced fans acting in this sort of way. So I don't understand why Alyssa is once again calling for action from the Fever team and from the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark's journey from collegiate superstar to WNBA rookie.
From college standout to WNBA rookie, Caitlin Clark's path has been nothing short of extraordinary. She is changing the game, not just playing it. Her impact on viewership and attendance is unmatched. Even though everyone is talking, not all of it is constructive.
Space at the professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with."
You might also wonder why gaining more recognition and admirers doesn't make everyone happy. The challenge arises because some well-known players are feeling the heat and aren't hesitant to express their concerns.
Because of her box office attraction, it's generating more eyeballs to the WNBA product, therefore more revenue for the WNBA product. Don't you think y'all are going to benefit from that too? Look at the big picture. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about it this morning on my day job, First Take on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. A rising tide raised...
Take, for instance, Cheryl Swoops. It's like watching a seasoned professional try to correct a beginner. But is playing style the only factor at play? Or is there something else? Often without naming Clark directly, Swoops has been an outspoken critic. She has expressed skepticism about Clark's prospects, suggesting that her playing style wouldn't be sustainable in the league.
She has been a certified Caitlin Clark hater for about a year now. Up until now, she has not been able to say anything nice about Caitlin Clark, nor has she been able to even speak her name. So for this specific game against the Fever, they replaced her with another WNBA legend.
The next player is Angel Reese, who has been keen to remind everyone that there are other players in the league. Reese hinted that fans should also recognize the accomplishments of others. She seems to be urging everyone to keep them in mind.
Started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want.
The worst, however, is yet to come. Despite some veterans' complaints, attendance at Indiana Fever has grown significantly from just 1,800 2 years ago to an average of 177,000 each season. This is not just an increase, it's a revolution.
Clark is the quote-unquote savior. If she's the golden girl, milk it! If I remember correctly, Caitlin Clark signed a $28 million endorsement deal. Well, nobody in the WNBA nobody's gotten that yet but her. Asia Wilson is the superstar in the NBA, in the WNBA. She's a two-time champion. This girl is legit. She's a real deal. And those kind of endorsements and all of that stuff.
And it's not just about seats and attendance. With over 1 million viewers, TV ratings are soaring as well. Other games have been completely overshadowed by those featuring Clark. She's not just playing basketball, she's putting on a show that people can't help but watch.
Ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan.
It's been a good season.
They cannot have fucked this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they...
Clark is taking the high road, which may have you wondering what she has to say about all this commotion. Look where women's basketball is, Clark said, acknowledging the negativity while maintaining a broad perspective. You wouldn't think we'd be discussing women's basketball like this, but people are. The behavior directed at her is envious and petty, and she rarely responds, which is something I admire about her. So, what exactly is going on here? Is it just about basketball skills, or is there more at play? Are we witnessing a shift in leadership within the WNBA? If so, what is behind certain players' strong opposition to this change?
The stuff toward her is petty and jealous. And the thing I love about her,
You might think this is just a basketball issue, but there's a lot more going on. You may be surprised by the response. How did a single rookie's achievement spark conversations about representation, pay, and racial equality in women's sports?
Was going to get eyeballs whether she played against Angel Reese in LSU or not, because we had not seen anything like this before.
Caitlin Clark's debut in the WNBA has been, let's face it, like a storm hitting a small town. She is not only changing the game, but also exposing long-simmering, deeply ingrained issues that, thanks to her incredible skill, are suddenly exploding into the public eye.
She's going to face a level of racism from black players, and she's going to face a level of hostility from lesbian players because she's not on team LGBTQ. She's a Catholic. She's got some boyfriend. She's going to walk into a extremely hostile...
First, let's address the elephant in the room race. You might assume that by 2024 we would have moved past this, but you'd be wrong. When veteran athlete Alyssa Thomas said, "In my 11-year career, I've never experienced racial comments like I have from the Indiana Fever fan base," she revealed some startling facts. This isn't just a warning sign, it's completely unacceptable. That fire is sounding 5 alarms. What's happening is that some supporters are resorting to racist comments because they feel threatened by Clark's success.
This is what you pointed out, and I think this is real, and it's the real difference between men and women at our core. The women will be very jealous, and that, I think, is going to be a monster problem. I hope they get over it for the winning. Guys like to win, even if they're not the star. Well, great, we'll get a championship. Well, everybody jump on Michael Jordan's back. Everybody jump on Larry Bird's back. I don't know if that'll happen with Caitlin.
But it doesn't stop there. Clark's prominence has sparked a whole new conversation about equitable compensation in women's sports. She's drawing millions of spectators, selling out venues, and effectively raising the profile of the WNBA within the industry. Now, everyone is questioning not only her ability to do this, but also whether all players deserve higher compensation.
Mind you guys, from the discourse that I have seen on social media, from the comments that I have seen under my videos, a lot of the Indiana Fever fans or Caitlin Clark fans that you speak of are no longer going to watch the WNBA now that the Indiana Fever are out. So Alyssa Thomas is probably not going to have to worry about them anymore. There's going to be a significant amount of less fans watching the WNBA now that Caitlin is no longer in the picture. And so that is the point that I'm really not understanding in all of this, and I feel like it's been such a pattern throughout the